Hi, Amy. Here's the market analysis and the overall market conditions analysis on your condo. So, when I do a market analysis, the first thing I do is I go to public records and I pull up the data about your specific property, the subject property. And this tells me the statistics of the property, how many beds, how many baths, what you paid for it, the square footage, the year it was built, all the vital statistics of the property. At any time during this video, you can pause if I go too fast, but I don't have a tendency to do that. So I take this information and then I go to the MLS and I do a quick search to find comps. Now, in this case, I just did a geographic search. I boxed out this area, and the criteria that I use besides that box is I said anything between 220 and 260 attached single family, and that was about it. I guess I said condos. Show me condos that are between 220 and 260 in a pretty large geographic area. And the results come up with 11 condos. And not all of these are the same. Or similar, or actual comps, but I just am showing you how I got this information. Most of them have 2 bedrooms and 2 baths. And if we look at the map, go back to the map, and as we've established, Town Square Lofts is a unique property. These to the north and these to the south, as far as right here out on E470, those are some newer ones. These in Aurora off of 225 are newer. And these are all that apartment style, I call it. You know, they're very nice buildings, but they're that apartment style that is 3 stories, has an interior, and if you look at that, you can see pretty basic. No parking, covered parking. Very, similar to yours as far as the age and the way that they finished them at the beginning. But if you look, they have a park, and you have that little lake over there by yours, and you have that field to the north. But it's all of the apartments or all of the condos that I'm pulling up as comps are very similar to this outside style. 3 stories, an interior, staircase, and no elevator, no covered parking. So that's what these look like. They're very similar to the complex down here and this complex. Now this complex over in Old Stapleton is public housing, so that doesn't really apply. So I just wanted to kind of show you market conditions as far as what's available. And so really the comps that we would use are those 2 that are actively on the market. Now I'm going to go look at Town Square Lofts because it is a very unique property. So now I want to take a look more specifically at the Town Square Lofts. So 15475 Andrews. If I do a search for that and pull up everything, these are the 2 that are active. And if I sort this by price and go with the highest price, those 2 are the highest prices ever asked for in a property. 235 and 240 is what they're asking for those respectively. Now this one that's expired was number 301, and it actually sold. And so they were asking 235 when it went under contract, and when it actually sold, so they were asking that 235, it expired. When they actually sold it, it sold for 222. The next highest price, and actually this is the highest price that was actually received, sold, and that I sold that one, and that was Lawrence Trujillo and Jessica Trujillo, 221. That was the old president of the Homeowners Association, and I sold that this last summer, less than a year ago. And so that's the record price. And I would say there's two record prices in the complex. There's the record price for not fully updated and remodeled, and there's that record, and then there's a record of fully updated, totally remodeled, granite and really fancy stuff. I think yours falls nicely in between. These two are trying to get all-time record prices, be above and beyond anything that was fully remodeled or anything, and neither of these are fully remodeled. So far the record price is $230. So and if we look at the total square footage, if I sort them by the total square foot, the largest properties that have sold are your floor plan. Your floor plan. Now, these dates are old, but I'm just looking specifically at the largest. So I'd say that yours is the largest floor plan out there. They're all the 412, 212, 312. It's all that column that you're in. That's the largest floor plan. And we can't go with these numbers because they're old. But I just wanted to show you that yours is the largest. And so what I would think that you could do is you could set a record. And I'm saying you could set a record, but these are pie in the sky numbers, these two up here. I do not think that they're going to get those numbers. I think Lawrence and Jessica Trujillo's that sold at 230 wasn't that old, and it was in better condition than these two. They had like a almost 40-foot long deck. It was incredible. So they're on the second floor like you, but that second floor has all those balconies, and some of them are huge. The other thing with Lawrence's is that his was right up against Arby's, so he didn't have the view. So real quick and easy is I'm going to say that I think that you should price yours at $240, and we need to really keep an eye on these other two and see what kind of movement. But if yours is priced at $240 and it's in better shape than these, I think that we could get it. Another thing about setting records is that we have to worry about appraisals. Appraisers won't, they look at the same comps that I'm looking at, and they are hesitant to set tremendous records. They'll set a little bit of a record, and so the record right now is this 230, and it's very similar in size to yours. It's 60 square feet smaller. So that's where I think we need to be at 240. I think that promoting the multiple garage spaces and the condition of yours, I think you can get 240 where these guys aren't going to get their asking price. Especially when yours comes on the market. So I'm going to leave it at that. And if you have any questions at all, go ahead and give me a call.